We're here with Roel van Veggel from RaboBank in Ireland, and thanks very much, Roel. I met you at the Chamber Breakfast,
yep.
And you did a great presentation on how RaboDirect or RaboBank is actually engaging the customer using social media. So I'd really love you to explain a little bit to my customers, why did RaboBank decide that social media was going to be an important part of their business?
Yeah, well, RaboDirect is an online bank only, so we don't have branches. So the internet environment is the only environment where we meet our customers. And a lot of things are changing because of the internet. People are much more looking towards engagement with their company. And their expectations of what they get from service and products can become, let's say, very much influential in the image of a company. So a personal experience through internet can become very influential in your. So we thought the way to meet our customers, to discuss with them, to engage with them, to test out new ideas for products, etc. We need to become active in social media, because there's a lot of talk about us, and why not become part of that talk instead of looking and waiting until somebody kind of tries to influence our image. We want to be interacting with our customers.
Yes, because they say that your customer's going to talk about you anyway, and you might as well know what they're saying.
Yeah, and you really have to be aware of the fact that in the internet environment there is a lot going on, a lot of blogs, a lot of people have very strong opinions. People tend to even have stronger opinions on internet than face to face. So even if you're not aware of it, you bet there will be talk about your company, about your products, about your services, etc. So there's no way of not being there, and you have to you have to involve yourself. You have to get involved in talking to your customers.
So I know that you set up a fantastic campaign called the Truth Bank.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Truth Bank and how you went about setting that up.
Yeah, I have to go back a bit more than a year when let's say the banking crisis in Ireland started, and banks in Ireland were not at all engaging with their customers, even in the good times. I wasn't here yet, but all my colleagues told, let alone in bad times.
Yes.
And that's the most important moment, when you have to be there to make sure that your customers are still happy. So we thought, very basically, it's time that the bank tells the truth. People have had it with lies, half-truths, etc., etc. And it always has been the position of RaboDirect to be as simple as possible, transparent, no sneaky stuff. What you see is what you get. So we took that basic idea of the truth, it's time for the truth, and worked that into our campaign. We said we're a bank who tells the truth, which in itself at that time was already quite something. And we created a separate website, thetruthbank.ie, where people can come in, do their confessions, do their truth, and it becomes kind of a virtual community.
Fantastic.
It's very important to realize it's not for direct sales. I mean, these communities only work as a community. As soon as companies get in with commercial messages, you're being killed, because that's not where people want to meet each other on the internet. So it's really about a community where people tell each other the truth about things they experience in relationships, dealing with money.
Anything.
Anything. Could be anything. There are 5 categories on it, and people can put it in.
Okay.
And that's the basis of our truth campaign.
And what significantly has that helped RaboBank achieve, do you think?
Yeah, again, it's not about direct sales, so I couldn't tell you because of the Truth Bank we have so many new customers. Or soon, what it helps to do is as with a lot of these things, it's all about association. So your brand, you want to get your brand name out there, and you want your customers to, when they see your brand, to think about certain elements like truth, transparent, a lot of sympathy around the brand, etc., etc. So it's all about association.
Yes.
So you use these things to create a positive association around your brand, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, we have now a Facebook page where we have 3,000 fans. I mean, can you imagine a bank in Ireland having fans? I mean, that's all. I think RaboDirect has a very high level of sympathy. Eventually, because at the end of the day, we're not a charity. Eventually, it proves that people, because they have a good feeling about you as a brand, they stay longer with you. So it has increased the loyalty of our customers dramatically. If you see what we went through the crisis, we didn't lose any of our customers. Actually,
Fantastic.
we got more.
So, I mean, do you think it really, and I've explained that to a lot of businesses, customer retention is really key
Absolutely.
To business, and do you think it helps you retain the customer?
Yeah, and people and customers stay with you if they get a good service, a good product, but especially if they have a good feeling about your company, about your brand. And to get that good feeling, that emotion around your brand, you have to do things like let's say social media, like sponsoring. It's all about association. People are a little bit tired with, let's say, bang on type of offer set, 3 for 2 and blah blah blah.
Yes.
It's much more in these days and age where there's a lot of nervousness in the market about the future, about money, about where are we going with our country, etc. There's a lot of need for an emotional attachment to the brand and to create sympathy around your brand.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do with our social media strategy.
I know with Ford cars, they've done that very successfully as well, and they say that the big reason is that they've had a lot of feedback where the customer says, I'm just a small guy, and it's really the first time ever that I found somebody that's important at Ford has been prepared to talk to me.
Yeah.
Do you also get that sort of
Absolutely.
feeling?
I mean, we get the reactions that if people write something about RaboDirect, I tend to reply. And people are really surprised that a general manager of a bank actually takes the time out to, not that I'm that important, but it's about, so yeah, I mean, I think, as everybody knows, the biggest mistake as a bank you can make is treat your customer as an account number.
That's right, yeah.
And that's exactly the opposite of what we're trying to do. We really try to build a one-to-one relationship between our customers and ourselves. And that means social media is not about opening a Facebook page, or, I mean, that's the easy part. It is a commitment of your company to get involved and to take out time. Every day I take out, let's say, an hour of my schedule to look at blogs, to interact, to react to emails I get, to get involved.
Yes.
To put updates on our Facebook, on Twitter, on all these things. And so you have to realize that if you go this route, which I think there is no other way, to be honest, so it's not really a choice you have to, but it also asks quite a big commitment of your company and the way you deal with your customers.
And do you use all your staff to get involved with the customer, or are you the only person? How do you work with that
No,
people?
we have approximately currently 5 people who get involved. People in the customer service center who are specifically, one of their tasks is every morning look at the emails, look at the blogs, we have a few guys in the marketing team who get involved. There's one other guy who runs the Twitter account. So
Great.
It's always a team effort. It cannot be only me.
And what is your Facebook page address, so maybe people can have a look at it?
Yeah, it's RaboDirect.
RaboDirect.
Yeah. So you can go into Facebook, and there's also one for the Tourist Bank.
Right.
So we have two Facebooks pages, and again, it's about they're also creating sympathy around the brand. It's not hard sell. So don't think that if you start Facebook, that you all of a sudden will sell much more products. No, it's about associating yourself around a certain core theme about getting sympathy around your brand.
Great. And what's one bit of advice you'd give any small business, because I primarily deal with small businesses, when it comes to setting up social media, what is the most important rule that they need to obey?
Yeah, I think people have to understand that it is a firm commitment. So get it up, running, and don't maintain it. That's probably the biggest mistake you can do. So think about it, and if you go that way, also make sure you take out the time out of your own busy schedule to get involved. Because people, when they visit the website, and they visit the website again a week later, and everything is still the same, they won't visit you the third time.
No.
So you're losing them. So you have to get involved, but also realize it does make a difference, and you need to put time in it to make it work.
Fantastic. Roel, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of you on social media.
Okay, thanks.